Oh my gosh. That went right through the front part of your brain.
Oh no, my brains.
Now, this will cause significant amount of bleeding, brain trauma, and will eventually kill you. But instantaneously, probably not.
Did you feel that? What? Something's wrong.
Oh. Sometimes we have that feeling inside of our bodies, our intuition that something's not right.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Typically, it's your own warning sign, especially if you don't have a history of significant amount of anxiety or panic attacks. You know, you should listen to it, just something to be aware of. Oh my gosh. You can see all the rebarb and concrete just like disintegrating after just one missed move. Interesting. Oh, come on. Come on! They're showing us what appears to be the classic intestines coming out. Remember, they're attached by the mesentery, so they're not one big string. They're actually attached to each other, and they're overlaid by the omentum. Oh my gosh. Scalding injury. You probably even burn off your eyes at that point. We do treat people who have burns that bad to where they're having these horrible second, third degree burns. When it gets to the head and neck area, you get really worried about constriction of your airway or swelling of your airway. Oh gosh. Oh, oh man.
Oh, man.
Right through the base of the skull, the big hole where the spinal cord comes out, the foramen magnum probably just severed the spinal cord and straight through the face because it's low, right? So it could go through the cerebellum, which is that lower part of the brain. Oh my gosh!
My God.
Not cases that I would see come to the emergency department because they're pronounced on scene. We do see people that get impaled with different objects and definitely want to shorten them. Typically, they're taken out either in the emergency department or in the operating room, but a surgeon needs to be involved.
How much stuff is stored up there?
Never-ending shelf of stuff. We see people come to the emergency department where mirrors fall on people, TVs fall on individuals, big boxes, and they get a head injury. You can bleed out and die. You can get intracranial bleeding, fractures, post-concussive syndrome that can last years. Holy cow. Oh my God. A nail gun that is still attached to the air compressor without a safety mechanism. It can go pretty far and deep, but man, that's pretty far through bone. Watching and treating injuries like this can be a little stressful, and that's part of the reason that I helped formulate something called Chillax. It's a supplement for occasional stress support. Check it out at lifehappens.com and on Amazon. Oh, bam! I wasn't expecting a screw into the foot. Ouch. Rusty screw. Hopefully the tetanus shot is up to date. No, I'm just kidding.
Tetanus.
Doesn't necessarily cause tetanus, but it's just something that we worry about. Depending on where that landed, it could go straight into the bone and get stuck. It could just go into the soft tissue, but it hurts a lot. The skin is very thick on the bottom, so once it actually goes in, it's actually quite painful. Okay, just fall down. Okay, okay. Oh, sorry to laugh. That is so wrong. Thoracic hyperextension and then massive amounts of lumbar extension as well. That's why those legs are all the way back, but you just see bones popping out everywhere. So she probably snapped her neck. Oh! Whew. Oh my gosh. You got so lucky. When you fall from great heights and you land on your feet, ouch. You can land on your heels. You can snap your calcaneus, which is your heel bone. If anybody's landed on their feet and they complain of lower back pain, you got to get x-rays of the whole spinal column because you can have a compression fracture at any level. Oh my gosh. He landed on glass, and so you can have the glass of shards in your back, cause a lot of lacerations, injury. Sometimes it gets stuck in there. We can't see them to get them out. Sometimes you can see it on an x-ray, and then a lot of times if we can't get it out, they will come out like a splinter. Yep. Oh. Wow. Rupture of the eye, but behind the eye is obviously your brain. The skull is pretty thick in the frontal area, but behind the eye, it's a lot thinner.
Could you be a little quieter with that thing, please?
Yeah, sure. I'll just put it on quiet mode.
That would be good.
Oh my God, he killed her. Oh. Oh my gosh. I don't know the mechanism of airbags, but they do come out with massive amounts of force. People come to the emergency department often after car accidents. They do get concussions from the airbags. They get burns from the chemicals of the explosion of that airbag. But again, the airbag is saving your life. Oh man. Wow. The amount of force that it takes for barbed wire to rip somebody in half so cleanly. We do see organs. The classic intestines, yes. But you would see at the top part here that this is potentially the liver and potentially the kidney. Oh, it could be the stomach as well. That was actually quite impressive. Really impressive with the amount of trauma and injuries that we end up seeing. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know in the comments and I'll continue to do clips from the movie itself. And as always, do me a favor, binge watch this playlist right here. And don't forget to subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.